Welcome back to the Couch Commentators podcast, the fastest growing podcast in the nation and some may say the world. I'm joined by James on my right, Dan on my left. No Lucas this week. Surprisingly, he has another work trip. It seems that these guys don't actually get any work done. They just go on trips every week. I've heard he's playing golf. I've heard he's having a bit of a drink. I mean, what work does he really do there? I don't know, honestly. But Jed, how was your weekend? How you been, James?
Yeah, had a nice quiet weekend. Not too good on the punt, as we'll get to, but
Yeah.
yeah, other than that, yeah, just really chilled, put the feet up before this silly season gets into full swing.
Good stuff, good stuff. Dan, mate, how are you?
Yeah, I had a quiet weekend, just, playing some games,
Yeah.
chilling out, fucking around and finding out.
Some more Vic Roys with the boys.
I haven't really been playing Fortnite.
Ooh,
Me
yeah.
and one of the boys discovered a new game, but,
Ooh.
this ain't a gaming podcast, this is
not a
a
gaming
sports
podcast.
podcast.
It's called Minecraft. Ever heard of it?
Yeah. It's
Brand
that
new.
2-week period where we're just going to grind Minecraft.
But yes, no Lucas. I have a theory, we hit our all-time viewers on our podcast last week, and he's retired. He's retired at his peak.
And fancy that, I wasn't here.
Yeah. I don't know where the viewers come from. I guess maybe calling out India for being bad at cricket could have done
That
something.
could have
for that.
helped. Could have helped.
No, anyways, gentlemen, we'll get into accountability. The part of the podcast lately has been really bad for us because we suck at the moment, really bad at punting. And we'll get into Lucas's top tip. It was pounding, and boy, did we cop a pounding. He did not get in the top four. Now on to Leachy's lock, which was also a loss. It was Arias Angel. Didn't get into the top four either. So
I think we're going to be having something in common.
To a great start. And Jim's Jam, it was I believe it's LHTS closing in. Guess what,
it's
James?
Closing in.
It's closing in. It also didn't get in the top
Yeah,
four.
I saw that.
But hold on, we have Dare's decision, mate. What did the Dragonstone come?
4!
It came 4.
Yes, I'm in the top 4.
And
It's still a loss.
yeah, it's another loss. A tough weekend. Obviously, the multi didn't get up. I do blame Lucas, however, because last week he said, obviously we're not winning over the last couple of weeks, but he said just back our horses for a place and we'll usually win. And this week we did not get one place.
Yeah,
so...
it's one of the even though I picked some rough stuff, it's one of the first times I haven't been in the placings.
Yeah, it was a bit of a jinx, but yeah, you win some, you lose more. Bet with your head not over it.
1-800-858-858.
That's the one. That's the one. Now, boys, I don't know if the fans know, but we all are in a Oztag team. We are called the Mighty Ducks. That is why Dan is quacking at the moment. And this week we happened to verse our little cousin, which was a game and a half.
little.
He's not so little. He's about 100 kilo thick unit. But his name's Jack. Shout out to Jack, obviously.
Yep.
And the Mole Rats, I believe their name was. Look, it was a good game. We only lost by 2. We had the owner decide to ref our game. He's not a big fan of the Mighty Ducks, but, we won't get into that too much.
Big fan of the podcast, though, he told
He's
me.
a big fan of the podcast.
Hey, Mark, we love you, mate.
We love you, Mark. Please give us some good calls next time. But something that did happen in the game, yours truly, Ecuador's halfback, scored a hat-trick. On the way to the game, though, I was saying to James, if I was to score a try, I'm going to try celebrate. And I said to him, I'm going to do the Israel Adesanya. And I did score, obviously, 3 tries. And when I did the first Adesanya, I went to Jack and I pulled the bow out. And then I shot the arrow at him. But then when you get the second, it's like, shit, do I now have to continue on the celebration? Because now I look like an idiot if I don't. So I did. I did the arrow again. And then when I got to the third, I'm like, well, I can't do it 3 times in a row. This is tough. And I've gone for the LeBron, stomping on the ground, stomping on the opposition. But where I'm getting at with this, boys, because I felt like a god doing some try celebrations. How do you feel about try celebrations in Div 2 Oztag or Park Footy? Is there a scene for this? Like, I don't know.
So with Oztag, it feels like you're being a bit of a fuckwit.
Yeah, I feel like both captains should have to shake hands at the start of the game and go, so we try celebrating? I think it should be agreed on beforehand.
Yeah,
But,
no, I can see that.
Like with park footy, it's a bit different because, like, you know, you're actually playing for something.
no, you're getting knocked out at park footy.
Well, I think you're playing for something in Div 2 Oztag, to be honest. You know,
We're definitely not playing for something.
playing for our pride. That's what. But yeah, you know, when I'm doing the celebration, I was like, you know, I feel good. I feel like you just feel something different. And we used to have a bloke named Jimmy. He used to literally after every try, he would do the Usain Bolt like that. He was a bloke like about 40 years old, and it was just
Jimmy the Jet.
Jimmy the Jet. It was funny every time he did it. And now it brings to me maybe every time I score a try, I might. I might also get, yeah, as James said, probably knocked out if I do it to the wrong person. Who knows? I don't know.
I think Oztag's less likely to be knocked out, but I think if you played a Resi's game, or some 40-year-old would deck you.
I don't know if I'm shooting the arrow at people all the time. They might not like me.
Next game in 2 months' time. I don't know why.
Yep,
We're versus the Raging Reds.
the Raging Reds.
What way to get under their skin than do try celebrations?
Yeah,
What if
gotta-
we all dyed our hair red before the game? I think that would be a better.
He's under something. He's under something.
Any Mighty Ducks players, if you're listening, we're doing it, all right?
All right. Well, that was some good chat. You know, love the Oztag. I don't know. Yeah, as I said, if the fans really know that we're some elite level athletes here on the podcast.
Definitely elite.
Yeah. Well, look, that run you did down the sideline was
Oh,
pretty.
mate.
It was slick. It was slick.
I was fucking hooked up to that, I'm not going to lie.
That's all the Oztag chat, boys. And the next thing, it's the pride of Australia at the moment. Minwoo Lee, he wins the Australian PGA Championship. And boys,
Hats off to Min.
who let him cook? I mean, that's his saying. What people say about him. He's a bit of a memester. That's a saying from a meme. Who let them cook? But I don't know if you've seen the Instagram post that he has thrown up, and he's actually he's got a chef's hat on.
Yeah, I saw that.
I haven't seen it, but would you mind showing us, bro?
Yeah, I'll throw it up on the screen for the listeners or for the watchers, actually. The listeners, you'll just have to hear us chat shit about it. Well, let's get to the swing of things and show you this photo, Dan. So he's there, he's winning. The crowd celebrating, going, what? And now...
Was that a Warriors jersey in the background as
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. But that is Minwoo Lee with a chef's hat
well? Who
on.
let blood cook?
But yeah, it's beautiful to see. He's the first time I actually seen him was on a Cal Freezy video. He was in one of the celebrity tournaments, and he just seems like an all round great personality of the game, and he's getting a lot of fans. His attraction's
Just
growing.
a new generation of golfers before the social media interactivity and
And he's got a mullet as well, so
Yeah.
you love that. You know, us Australians and our mullets, you love to see it.
You love to.
But you know, hats off to the Lee family. You know, they got Minwoo, they got the sister who's also a pro golfer, Minji Lee. They also got the likes of Brett Lee, the famous Bollywood actor.
Yeah.
They also got like Bing Lee, the great
and Lendl.
Lionel, and you know, Bruce
Jet
Lee,
Li.
Jet Li. Like hats off to the family. They've done well. But no, in all seriousness, great effort from Min. I hope you watch that and have a laugh. But no,
Fuck,
good
we
stuff.
can talk some shit.
I'm hoping the listeners are loving me back in hosting spots. You know, hopefully I can get 60,000 views this week.
Yeah.
You know, with Lucas's 50,000 last week. But yeah, geez, I could chat some shit. James, now this is becoming the fan favorite. This is becoming my favorite, actually. My favorite part of the podcast.
One of my favorite as well. Just writing up little scripts and being the comedian that I was never good enough to be.
Yeah, just laughing to yourself,
Yeah.
going, awful man, I'm so funny.
You just sitting there at work on your phone.
Oh, to be honest, I sort of think of the joke for a while and then I'll just write it and iron out the details the afternoon of. So Dan, I'm gonna send.
Oh God, not me again.
Oh, baby, we got the ad read from Dan coming up.
This week's podcast is brought to you by Red V Escape Rooms. The Red V team has just opened up their brand new dungeon-themed room where you are the halfback in distress trying to escape the evil dragon. It's They say that you will not be able to get out of the room until your contracted time is up. So head on down to Red V Escape Rooms, but be aware, you might never be able to leave.
Locked in forever. Or bed. I mean,
I got through that one a lot better than the
Yeah,
last
that's
time.
what I tried to keep it short and sharp for you, Dan.
Was that Ben who said that read in for
Yeah,
us? Yeah. Man, that was good stuff, mate. Good stuff. Another classic from James. And Dan, wow. I think when we get some real, I mean, not to say that wasn't a real ad, but when we get some real ads, you're gonna be ready, mate, because that was.
You're getting better. You're getting better.
It's like I've been working on it.
He's been practicing in the mirror for the last 10 days. It's gonna be me. It's gonna be me.
It's going to be me. I'm going to do an ad read. I'm going to do it better.
I don't know if you lads would have seen this. Probably not. But the Alpha Blokes podcast are putting on a boxing event with podcasters. And it's something I'm pretty hyped for. Obviously none of us are in it as of yet.
Late call-in, maybe.
Maybe the late call-in, who knows. But, in saying that, gents, I just wanted to know, like, obviously we have some elite athletes in Oztag, but who out of us do we think would be the best boxer? And then I'll follow up another question. Who would you want to fight, actually? Who would you think you could beat? It could be a sport athlete, it could be a boxer, it could be an influencer, it could be a podcaster. And I'll throw it over to James, mate. Who you picking out of the four of us? And then also
the four of us. Out of the four, I've only seen you fight.
Yeah.
Yes. And that wasn't very good.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't back myself as a fighter, so I'm not going to come here and say me. I've never seen Lucas throw a punch. I know Dad got into some fights as a young kid, but I haven't seen him throw a punch as an adult. and by adult, I mean even close to an adult.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately you, but I think you would get knocked out when you go on your washing machine.
Okay, well, now that you brought that up, I was going to hold mine off till last, but the nickname's the washing machine, boys, because I just rumble. Also because my punches are kind of
rotating.
Locked, But, I'd actually pick either me or Lucas. Lucas has crazy reach for how tall he is.
Yeah, he does.
And his fist size and foot size is huge. So I think, maybe if he's got the dog in him, he might be good at fighting. But other than that, the washing machines are 100-0 in the streets. Dan, mate, who you picking? And
mate, we talked about you,
Yeah.
front load washing machine.
And the front loader.
I've never seen James throw a punch in his life. Never seen Lucas throw a punch. But I think I'm just going to have to go myself. Just 'cause,
you are a big man.
I'm a big man. I can pack a punch.
See, the only thing I thought about that is you would also have to fight big men.
Huge men.
That's
unfortunately how boxing works.
No.
Because you'd have to fight these big
Junior
boys. Paul Gallen. As for as I said, I'd probably go with myself. I'd like to say my weight range, I think I got him covered. Fight like a butterfly, sting like a washing machine.
I'll need to lose 20 kilos to fight someone my height.
And so we got that out, but now I want to know, okay, in the hypothetical that you are in the podcast Royale, lads, who are you going to pick to fight? Which influencer, athlete, James, who you hitting?
Jeez, I don't know who I'd... who's that? You used to watch a Minecraft YouTuber that looks like me?
Lachlan.
I'll take him.
Yeah.
I'll change his face.
Yeah, nice. Rearrange his face. He's a bit of a nerd, so you got him covered.
Yeah, got him covered.
Dan, mate, who you back at?
I'll go with we are a podcast, so I'll go with the podcast route.
Yeah, yeah.
The rugby league guru.
Oh, he's
I'll
gone.
take him on.
He's taking on the guru.
I'll take on the guru.
Big man Dan versus the guru. Actually, I like that fight. I like that matchup for you, mate.
Throw in rugby league roast as well.
Yeah.
Or just big
Get
men
all
with beards.
The thickies in there.
Triple threat match.
As for me, I'm calling out Joe Rogan. Me versus you, mate. Weight
Mate,
classes might be a bit off.
Yeah,
but-
have you seen his spinning back kick?
Yeah, I'd get fucked up.
Like, fighters say it's the best spinning back kick they've ever seen.
Nah, honestly, I'd pick someone like smaller than me, the smallest bloke who does a podcast. I don't know who, but let me know and I'll fight
I
them.
reckon you got Alexander Volkanovski covered.
Yeah, well, look, I mean, I'm a little bit taller, so I guess. He's never had to fight a washing machine, a literal washing machine before. But
I'll fight Charlie, Moist Critical, because he's...
yeah, that's the one.
But isn't he ripped
take him
shit?
Yeah. But a couple of contestants in there, Clutzy from
Yeah, I
Clutzy's
thought about
fighting.
him as well.
And who else is fighting? The Cast Patrol are fighting as well. But I think it'll be a good event. I think it's in Queensland. The tickets on sale in December 1st. I don't think it's till April though. So I still think there is a chance that they see this video and they
Get us
call
in.
up one of us. Maybe Lucas. We'll chuck him under the
Yeah,
bus.
I'm happy to go there as support for Lucas, but
No, we got to get me on fighting the guru.
the guru, yeah.
Guru, come at me now.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Yes. Unless the right money, we'll take anything.
I'll sign anywhere along the dotted line under over 100,000.
Well, you're cheap. All right, now the Cricket World Cup's over, and we said we weren't going to touch on it too much, but the T20 cricket, there is a 5-match series going on against India with Australia. James, mate, you're the guru. Fire away.
well, there's definitely been 3 games on. And there's definitely been a lot of stuff that's happened. Have I watched a ball of it? No, I'm a bit cricketed out. But I have seen some highlights. Josh Inglis in the first game scored a nice 100.
Who? Josh Inglis.
The keeper.
Yeah.
So that was good. Some Indians scored some runs. Sky, the guy that a lot of people were blaming for bottling the World Cup final, he scored some runs against us. The number 1 T20 player in the world. But overnight, something big happened again because he's the big show.
The big show.
Maxi goes bang.
Maxi goes bang off of like how many balls?
47 ties. Aaron Finch and somebody else might have even been Josh Inglis's 100.
He is too good.
Yeah.
He's the clutch, literally.
Ridiculous.
But that's like Australian records. But still not as quick as Maxi is one day against the Netherlands. But he's in red hot form, and fuck, if he wants an IPL deal, he could fucking. I think he's already signed, but he would be worth so much if he went to auction right now.
And
I reckon he's easily Australia's cricketer of the year.
No, because there's a guy called Travis Head
Nah.
that has scored a 150 in a World Test Championship, 100 in
true.
the
or our boy Zampa.
Yeah, boy Zampa. But other news, look, I think there must have been contract obligations, which is why players like Smith, Maxwell, Zampa were all still there playing these games, because they are now all headed back early.
It's nice of us to play our C grade team against.
So I would say right now we're playing our B grade team. Like for instance, Steve Smith was opening the batting.
Yep. Big story.
They're probably heading home because we got the BBL's coming up soon, and then we got we start our tests summer of cricket in 2 weeks.
Yeah, and they also just wouldn't want to be there.
Yeah. They've also just spent fucking a month in India, so
Yeah,
No,
one
it is 40 days or something now.
yeah.
That's rough
That's
for the
fast.
Australians. I did see another thing talking Australian Test cricket, that sort of stuff. Marnus Labuschagne being tossed up to be the opener, the other opener.
Andrew McDonald, the coach, Ronald.
Ronald McDonald.
Yeah, he sort of brought it up. I don't mind it. When you've got someone like Warner as one of your openers, and then like in one day Travis Head and Warner, both of them can be out that cheap. Labuschagne's had to open pretty much before. So it wouldn't be too much of a step up. Cam Green, obviously a very talented player. You want to fit him into your team, even with Mitch Marsh firing.
Yep.
So I don't mind it. Green's numbers are really good when he bats at 4 for WA, but WA's whole team's been going really good. I think they've won like 3 Sheffield Shields in a row, so...
That's off to WA,
And
man.
they've also been very strong in the fucking BBL as well.
Yeah, so... But you still got to score the runs. You're still playing against everyone else.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I can see it working. Geez, you'd be spewing if you're a Matt Renshaw, a Marcus Harris, or a Cameron Bancroft. It's gone from a 3-man race to now a 4-man race.
Yeah.
Unlucky.
And then, little do they know, Warner's not going to retire when he scores fucking 2 triple centuries against... Is it? I can't remember. It's Pakistan first, yeah. Like, he's going to go,
He's never gonna retire.
I've now just scored 600 runs in 2 games. Why would I stop?
Yeah.
He
Because
is
they do
in-
3 tests against Pakistan and then 3 tests against someone.
Mm.
And the 3rd test is Sydney.
It's Windies.
Yeah, that's right.
Where's the who are we versing for the Boxing Day test?
Pakistan.
Pakistan. Okay, we're gonna pump some Pakistanis on Boxing Day. Good stuff. Looking forward to that.
It's going to be awkward because all these Pakistanis were actually cheering for Australia to smash India because of their rivalry and hostility. So they'll have to get used to cheering for their own team.
Well, all for cricket, mate.
That's all. That went longer than it should have.
Yeah. Look, we
Just like our trip to India.
Nothing better than some
And
rambling.
we'll leave it
Nothing
on.
better.
We'll leave it on that note. Now, Dan, you've been overtaken by James's ad read, but this is the second best part of the podcast. I had to do it last week, so you got a redemption arc
Yeah,
here.
I've seen your fucking woeful.
Yeah, well, look, they couldn't guess it. They couldn't guess it. The unguessable. Dan, guess the famous athlete.
All right. Sorry, I'm eating a chip, guys.
Nice.
I
Professional.
reckon,
Yeah, professionalism.
I'll throw it at Brandon this week.
Oh, thank.
James, I've seen that little fish pop over there.
Nothing, sir. Nothing.
All right. Brandon Leach, you have 60 seconds to guess the athlete starting from now.
Is it Travis Head? No, okay.
No way. No.
Okay. Cricket.
No,
Rugby league.
no.
Oh, what? No, no. Swimming.
Call up Lucas now. He won't believe this.
Golf.
No,
Racing.
Yeah,
No.
I'm telling you, man. It's not even rugby league or
AFL.
cricket.
no,
Crazy.
Australian sports. Soccer.
no,
Track and field.
no,
Car racing.
no,
Tennis.
no.
Fighting.
Yes.
Fighting sport.
Yes,
Boxing.
no,
MMA.
yes,
Okay. UFC.
yes.
Okay. Current fighter.
15 seconds. Yes, kind of.
Middleweight division. Champion.
No,
Ex-champion.
yes. Yes, he is
Australian.
middleweight division. Yes.
Middleweight. And Australian. Okay.
Final guess.
I will lock in the Reaper, Robert Whittaker.
Yeah.
Hey, he's done it. I'm the GOAT. That's why I'm the GOAT. Just let me try celebration. For
I was
the
gonna
audio
go Conor
listeners, I just
McNuggets,
did
but-
the
Yeah, I thought you were going Conor McNuggets for a while there. Until
Nah.
I was running through my brain going Adesanya after and talked about it already. It was Volkanovski. I also thought John Jones, but I'm like, Dan wouldn't pick John Jones, I don't think.
I would have, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. No, good stuff. Hey, Lucas will be happy. It wasn't cricket or rugby league. and
He couldn't
that's-
believe it on the phone just then.
Yeah. Well, James, we'll actually be we will be calling him soon. So hold on for that, listeners. If you're still listening, we have a live crossover to Lucas soon, and that'll be something. Now, gents, we are into the listener questions. After last week's great ones, we've actually had a couple this week. So
I didn't even hear last week's one because I haven't got to that far in the
we
podcast.
we ripped into Matty C about about giving us NRL questions when the NRL season's over.
We don't have a single rugby
We
league
don't
question
have
this
a
week.
rugby league question this
Look
week.
at that. He's given us 2 this week and then a rugby league.
It's good stuff. Thank you, Matt, for your
Well,
everlasting listener questions. They're good stuff, and we enjoy them. And now we'll go to the first question. What's your top 5 athletes in any sports? That's by Kyle Haywood, another big fan of the podcast. Love you, Kyle, mate.
Love you, Kyle.
And now I'll head to James. Who are you picking? Your top 5 athletes in any sport?
Any sport, all time. We start off strong with the legendary Shane Keith Warne. Rest in peace. But
Rest in peace, Warning.
what a player on and off the field.
Elite.
Number 2, rugby league bias, but I am Australian and from New South Wales, so Andrew Johns.
Yeah, he's pretty good. He's pretty good.
Number 3, I'll go my namesake. We're both as genetically gifted and absolute freaks when we're training. LeBron James.
Yep.
Number 4, you could interchange him with a few different people, but his recent World Cup win sort of nudges him over the edge. Lionel Messi.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He's pretty good.
And then number 5, because I'm a sucker for recency bias, Travis Head, the greatest cricketer to have ever played the game.
What a man. Love some good head. now, Dan, your top 5 athletes.
All right. Mine is quite similar to James's, actually.
Ooh.
There's just a couple changed people.
Yep.
So I'm going to start from the bottom
Okay.
and
Awesome.
work my way up to the top.
Oh, mine weren't in order.
Well, I've got them in order. So
Ooh,
back in.
okay. Well, I'm listening now.
So we got number 5, Mr. Cam Smith. Cameron Smith.
Cameron.
Mr. 400 games.
Oh, not the golfer.
Yeah, not the
golfer.
Number 4.
Yep.
Sir Donald Bradman.
Hey, it's hard to go against the Don.
Yep, the Don, mate.
That good, he got a sir.
Yeah. And number 3, here we go with James's name, Joey Johns.
Joey. He's
Andrew
good.
Joey Johns. Number 2, rest in peace to the legend, Shane Warne.
Yep.
And number 1, the GOAT of NBA, LeBron James.
LeBron James. He's a weapon. Yeah, no, my top 5 now. Okay.
Paul Gallen.
How did you know?
Tiny.
I will be picking. We're going to go at 5th place. I'm going to put in. I don't know if I won't pick like places. I'm just going to give you names because I can't separate these guys where they're not in the same field or the same game. We'll go LeBron James. You guys have picked him. He's literally the best all time. Hard to dispute that, although people will. I will also go Messi. I think over the last couple of years, he's just shown he is better than Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Like Ronaldo definitely was at his peak, equal with. Now, over time, Messi has just, got better. That's my opinion. Now, I will be going to UFC and I'll be picking my favorite fighter, John Jones. He was the reason I kind of got into UFC and liked UFC. He's arguably never lost to a couple of no contests or disqualifications, actually. Should have been no contest. But other than that, he's youngest champion, the most title defense. He's a beast. And next one, I'll have to go to cricket as well, and I'll jump on with Shane Warne. He was that good, the spin king himself. Hard to go against him, mate. And last but not least, I'll be picking in the NRL, and it'll be Nico Hydes, the future GOAT of all sports.
How did you leave out your man, Paulie G?
Well, look, Paul's a close second, but Nico Hydes he's elite. Imagine your first year at halfback, Dahlia, mate. Come on, imagine what he's going to do with his career.
Mate, you could have done a really good bit on so the GOAT of heavyweight boxing, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Paul the Ginger.
Yeah, missed opportunity.
I just want to say, like, going back to your saying, like, Messi is now better than Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Like, since Ronaldo left fucking, when he went back to Man U, like, since he left there, he hasn't really done anything. Even when he was at Man U, he didn't really do anything.
That was
Well,
his
that's a bit rough. He
downfall.
was playing all right there, but then they sort of pointed to him as a problem for another year.
Yeah, and now Messi's gone to Miami,
Yeah, into
and he's
Miami.
just fucking
I mean, yeah, he's
But
best.
won
yeah,
the
he-
World Cup. Well,
yeah,
he won the World Cup before he went
Yeah.
into Miami.
Yeah, I couldn't care less about his Miami stint, same as I can't care less about Ronaldo's.
Saudi.
Yeah.
Azra, whatever it is.
Al Nasser. But yeah, no. I hope you enjoyed that, Kyle. I hope we answered. And we'll get Lucas, I think, to do it next week, and we'll ask him personally and see what his top 5 athletes are. I'm sure it'll be like horses or something.
Black caviar, wings,
The nature strip.
million jewel.
But now we'll get into the other questions. We got 2 from Matty C, boys. How good's that?
I didn't know he could ask more than one question.
Well, he has, and we'll head to. Actually, we'll just go straight into favorite UFC fighter of all time, and I'm gonna tell you, it's Khamzat Chimaev. John Jones. Obviously, I've just picked him. So, Dan, mate, who's your favorite?
Obviously, I've just gotten into UFC.
Yep, only
recently
through the podcast.
through the podcast. Oh, I watched it a bit before.
Yep.
But I'm gonna go with Alexander the Great Volkanovski.
Yes, Australian pride, mate.
Australian pride.
He's a weapon. He is a weapon.
I love watching him, and he's a Dragons fan.
Hey, he's actually helped you guys out with wrestling
Yeah,
training.
he's our
as well.
wrestling coach.
So
Or was our wrestling coach.
you have to love
I don't know
him.
if he still is.
But James, mate, who's your
I
favorite?
got the short end of the stick being third here because you've got the guy I think that's the best of all time, John Jones, my favorite personality and like also just a great fighter as well, Alex Volkanovski. So I'll go my most entertaining fighter, Anderson Silva. In his prime, there was no one that moved smoother. His head movement, his dodging. I always just randomly will think of that front kick, like just straight to the chin, and it's just delightful.
He was crazy. A fight that I've seen recently, like I would have loved to see him versus GSP would have been something crazy. But what could have been? Another person I just want to throw his hat in the ring. Chael Sonnen is one of my other favorites. Just his shit talking ability. If he was around at this time in this generation with all social media, he would have been the powerhouse of UFC. He would have been Conor McGregor on steroids.
Dan, did you know Chael Sonnen actually beat Anderson Silva for 4 rounds and like all right up until the end, and then apparently if you throw your legs around a guy's head and he taps,
He's the winner.
he's the winner. We're like, what?
Hold up,
You
wait a
just
minute.
dominated him for 4.5 rounds. How can you lose?
Hold up, wait a minute.
That's one of his great sayings. That one, he's asked the cameraman, "Is this camera big enough to fit the biggest arms in
Western
Oregon?" Yes, okay, then we can continue. But no, he was good stuff, good value. He's still got, he's still part of all the like big programs, that sort of stuff. He has a YouTube channel. I watch every video. He's funny as. But in saying that, we have one more listener question, boys, and another one from Maddie C. Another one that isn't NRL crazy. I know. And he has asked, lads, if you had to represent Australia at the Olympics, what sport would it be? I'm going to cross to James first. I'll give him the first one.
Oh, so look, I'm a realistic guy. A lot of the explosive things have gone past me. I'm getting older, knees are falling apart, and I was never quick or athletic to begin with. So I'm thinking maybe a lawn bowls or something.
Lawn bowls and
I don't know if it is, but I could see myself representing Australia in
it. I like that. Representing Australia is close enough.
Yeah, close enough.
Yeah, no, that's good. I mean, I have seen him play. He took all our money one week on a boys' trip away. We played lawn bowls and we all put $5 in, and this bloke, He's got the lawn bowl technique of an 80-year-old man.
And the knees and hips.
What happened on that family reunion we had a couple weeks ago?
I was pretty
Played
drunk.
that well, though?
I was pretty drunk.
And Dan, mate, what would you represent Australia in Olympics or otherwise?
Yeah. You just look at me and you think, this guy's a big fucking bloke.
He's a big unit.
Darts.
You know, what's that, James?
Darts.
You know, I'm going to go with something that way out left field. Sumo wrestling.
I mean, look, there's definitely I'm sure there's not many sumo Australians, though you might be in there.
Man, I've got gold wrapped
You
up.
got gold
Start
right,
calling
country.
him the Yokozuna.
Yokozuna.
Get the top knot going, mate. And as for me, I'll go, Oztag, if that was an Olympic sport, I think, after what we've talked about earlier in this podcast, and, already representing my other country, Ecuador, I mean, surely the next step's Australia. But genuinely, I think if when I was younger, put more time into chess and learned like the strategies, I could have beat anything, mate. I could have beat anything. Look, I got my Year 6 Chess Champion Award handed to me because the other bloke got darks. But as for that, I think I could have beat anything. And I'm sure Kyle would, not Kyle, Matty C would be happy with knowing that I could have been the chess champion for Australia, I think, as well.
Great listener questions.
Yeah, thank you,
honestly.
guys. Thank you, listeners. And if you want to put a listener question through on the Instagram or in the comment section of this video, we will reply to all. Now, gentlemen, we have horse racing, and obviously our guru is on his work, quote unquote. But there was a big race in Japan, the Japan Cup, and a horse we've talked about before on the podcast, Equinox. Mate, it just continues winning, and this thing is an absolute machine.
I reckon I could beat it in a race.
Yeah, maybe you should represent Australia in horse racing and
Become
race
a
against
horse.
Equinox.
They
Now,
may weigh a lot more than me, but
yeah, well,
I think horses weigh about 400 kilos. I'm not far off.
I think you got them covered. Okay, boys. Now, listeners, we have Lucas. We're going to call him up on his work trip, and we're going to see what he's up to. We're going to get maybe a bit of his horse racing, not tips, but just like
Knowledge.
more of his knowledge on Equinox. I'm sure he's going to spiel for an extra 30 minutes, but we'll get him. We'll cross live.
We'll cut him out.
Hello, mate. Oh, not much, mate. We're just on the you're on the podcast with the boys. Lucas is playing some X golf.
I'm at the good old faithful. Well, this is the X golf version down here. It's called Big Swing Golf.
Ooh.
I just pulled up, about to fucking have a swing, mate. So wish me luck.
Oh, hopefully we get a live shot of you having a swing, mate. I
I
wouldn't.
don't have- No live swing here. Mate.
Oh, come on. We just thought we'd ask you about Equinox, mate. Any opinions on the superstar horse?
Mate, he's the greatest horse that I've laid eyes on.
Yeah.
that I've personally watched. I've never seen someone do it so effortless the way he does and put away a ridiculous field like he did with a bunch of Group 1 winners like Panther Lassa, Liberty Island,
Yeah.
Juice, title holder. He absolutely put them away, no whip, hands and heels, mate. He's a specimen, an absolute specimen.
I made the boys watch it live, and it was a thing to see, mate. It was a sight of beauty.
Oh, mate, it was a thing of beauty. And
Yeah.
the best part, I think, is that that he could be in training next year as well, which is very, very good to hear.
Ooh, beautiful. I'll let you get back to your golf, mate. But another thing I did want to say to you is, Matty C, 2 listener questions, no NRL in it. You won't believe it.
Hey, see, that's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear.
Yeah,
I've got no gloves here for X golf, so wish me luck and hope I don't fucking get any splinters and
Go
blisters
for it,
and whatnot,
mate.
okay?
I reckon you got a hole in one on you.
I'll give it a crack, mate. Take care.
Oh, good. Take care,
See
mate.
you, bloke.
Thank you, Lucas.
Right, what a man, honestly. Yeah, that was good. I told you he was going to spill about Equinox, and he did. But we did call him up for that. To be fair, we did the gurus, the horse racing tips, and wow, yeah, no, I reckon he shoots about what do I reckon over 100 in X golf,
116 or something.
Yeah, he seemed to be sober, so they're not enjoying themselves that much on the work trip, But now we get into NRL talk, and it's getting smaller. The segment is getting smaller. I am sad actually because I really I'm missing rugby league, and I just wanted to come back already. I actually spoke to a bloke at work about it today, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, it's been too long between games, and I need another footy match to watch.
As the great Jared Hayne once said, it's been a long time.
It has been a long time, and we have to wait to what, like February, March. I don't know whenever the trials start, but tough. It's tough to wait that long. And definitely when you get signings to your teams, boys. And, mate, the Dragons, they're looking for players. They managed to scoop up Tom Eisenhuth. And he's from Melbourne Storm at the moment, and he's coming over to the Dragons, mate. How do you feel about that one?
Not a bad pickup, not going to lie. Whether he starts in the second row or... He's second row, isn't he? Yeah.
Second row, centre.
Middle forward.
Yeah.
Anywhere.
Play it anywhere.
Whether he starts, whether he's off the bench, I'm sure he'll do the job.
Yeah, add some good depth to the team. Shane knows what he's doing. He
knows what he's doing.
Not his first rodeo.
I'm surprised that he left Melbourne because it sort of seemed like Bellamy quite liked him, and I can't imagine you guys offering him like a huge amount more. But maybe it was a little bit more. Maybe there was promise of a chance at a starting spot.
An upgrade.
Maybe there was. Who knows?
You'll start in halfback when Ben Hunt goes.
We do have quite an abundance of second rowers, though, even though we just lost Billy Burns.
Yeah, that's another signing. The Cronulla Sharks, Billy Burns.
I think we lost another second rower, but I can't remember who it was. But we do have still a fair few second rowers to pick from, but hopefully he can get a start next year and do the job and maybe get us in the 8. Win us some games.
I think Shane Flanagan would be the only bloke who can bring that team from where they've been to the 8, honestly. Some dark times for the Dragons, but...
Hey, guys, have you ever tried jabbing this into your ass?
just speaking on the Dragons, I have heard during the past, however long I haven't seen you guys.
Yep.
Apparently Kyle Flanagan is feeling like he's going to be playing his best football next to Ben Hunt next year. So,
are you saying he's training the house down?
I think he's training the house down.
Jeez, it's a bit early to be training the house down, but he might build that house back up and train it down another 4 times this preseason.
But I reckon we look out for a Kyle Flanagan unleashed.
Brooksy
unleashed. Kyle Flanagan unleashed.
Funny you say that because I was about to say I've heard that same story from the Tigers for the last 10 years about Brooks. He's trained the house down, and this year, with this person next to him, he will do good.
Brooksy's winning a premiership at Manly this year.
He will, yeah. I want to see that. Or like his first finals footy would be amazing for the Tigers.
I will literally buy if Manly win the premiership. I will buy their Premier's jersey.
Yeah.
And put Brooksy's face on the back of it and give it to Matty St. Lucas.
Look forward to that. But great signing for the Dragons. And as you said, I think Kyle Flanagan, under his dad, actually played his best footy for Sharks. And who knows, anything could happen. Maybe the Dragons will get 15th. But another team who's struggling for form and just buying so many players is the Bulldogs. They've added to their utility list. They've bought Connor Tracy. I don't think he'll be a utility. I do think he'll start for him.
Start where?
Yeah, true. Maybe a lock. Like, I don't know.
Because they bought Sherry, Critter, Taff,
Taff, Hutchison,
I've actually got a list here of
Kurt Mann, Jamin Salmon.
There's actually a list here of who they bought. Stephen Crichton, Josh Curran, Puasa Fumas.
Curran as well as lock.
Turpin,
yeah.
How many people would they have promised a position to?
Yeah.
How many of those players can play in the spine as well? Like,
yeah.
what the fuck?
I don't understand Tracy actually going there because I feel like he would have been our 14th no matter what this year because obviously Moylan's gone and I
I
don't
feel
know.
like he could have got a start.
He could have one injury away from starting 100%.
Oh, I think he's behind that Iro and
Yeah,
like, as far as centre
That's-
and stuff goes.
we have some good youth players coming through.
And then you got
guy
that
named
Prue
Stone
in
Street
half as well.
Who plays your 6 this year?
Trindle.
Oh yeah, Trindle. Yeah, I forgot Trindle.
They'll
And
trick you out.
The plan is, that Peru or Cade Dykes, who had a big season-ending injury.
Yeah,
at the
wasn't
start
it
of the
ACL last year?
Yeah, he's supposed to be the next weapon
Yeah.
for us. But
Yeah, back to the Bulldogs.
back to the Bulldogs and their signing spree. How's Gus good though? Like the bloke, he goes, "Oh, I don't want to start I don't want to buy players. I want to create a culture. I want to bring the juniors through. I want to make this team the next thing." And then he goes out and buys 8 utility players to try and do a quick fix. I'm not doing a quick fix. Then what is this, Gus? What is this?
I think both are true though. I think if you look at a lot of these contracts, most of them are short term.
Yeah.
Other than your Critter and your Billy Army kick out. Most of the others are short term, so that way it can give time for the youth to come in, and then you see who you want to keep, who you don't. But
I've seen more signing news from the Bulldogs as well. They got Adam from Noah Blake has been pictured with Gus. How's that all as well? Gus, I hate when the media take pictures, but he just goes to public places and he looks like he's posing for photos.
He loves it. He loves it.
It looks like he has someone from the Bulldogs management team. They go down there. Oh, yeah, sit 2 tables across to the right and take a picture of us. Let's get the news going. But then there's
could
also
have his meeting literally anywhere. You hear about some contract meetings and it's at 12 at night you go to the coach's house
behind closed doors, no one sees. You could do it at the club, obviously, sometimes people get pictured while you're at the club because you can see people driving and that sort of stuff. But he loves it. I think he loves it.
Yeah,
loves being in the media in the spotlight, Gussie. And their signings are crazy.
They're just a bit ridiculous.
They're also
I know they're all lower grade players.
Yeah.
But how are they fucking affording all of them?
That laundry money, mate.
Yeah,
laundry allegedly.
Money laundering.
That's the thing. As you said, they're not all going to be on good money, but all those players that you named, none of them are on minimum.
Yeah, they'll all be top 30 players and be on at least
a couple hundred.
Eventually, it all adds up, and you still got the likes of Addo Carr and all the Matt Burton's,
Kikau, Marnie, Crichton would have been a decent amount to bring him over. They have a lot of players, and there's also talks. So we talked to Adam from Noah Blake. He got his picture taken with him. Supposedly, recently there's talks that Jerome Luai is actually today. They've said that he's gone to meet up with the old Gus bus, and there's talks of them trying to offer him money as well. Nowhere near the amount that Tigers can offer him because Tigers will throw that much money at anyone. But
I brought it up to you in the green room, which is literally just here without the mics turned on. But I saw a post, I think it was Fox Sports reporting, that Panthers have allegedly asked the Tigers for a trade deal to get Luai there next year. Clemmer and a young up-and-coming half, Lachlan Galvin, to be traded across. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, as for Luai, I think Tigers might be the better option for him. He's got the same spine. They do have such a good youth. Maybe as for the coach, unproven, but the money as well is hard to turn up when you're a 5'8". You're not the controlling half of the team. I'm sure he can do it, but I don't know if his kicking game's anywhere near some of the elite kickers of the game. But getting paid $1.1 million to be the half is
Tell you what, though,
next level.
If you're the Tigers and you can manage it, all of a sudden next year they have Buller at the back, one of the most exciting fullbacks. Aiden Caesar coming back from England, but before then he took Raiders to a grand final.
Yeah.
Jerome Luai just come off a three-peat, State of Origins, World Cups, all the rest. and then Appy Coruscant at hooker. That's
Yeah.
a top 4 spine.
Pretty good. And as for that Reece Galvin, I'm sure obviously Penrith have seen
Yeah.
him and they see him as a future gun. But they also have Latu Fainu, who's supposed
That's what I mean.
supposed
Yeah,
to
like
be the next gun. Well, we did a video on him.
Yeah.
He is the next gun. Go watch that. But you get rid of him. Clemmer, as good as he is, he still is good, but he's at the end of his career.
Yeah.
So like, does it hurt your team? Maybe a little bit, but they got Stefano coming through. I'm sure they have more good forwards coming through.
They've got like that Pole.
Yeah.
They've got Matamua, who's like a lock. They've got all these young forwards coming through from these teams that have been dominating
That's
the
it.
juniors.
It might take a year or two for them to develop and like be an NRL grade front row. That's what they might lose from losing literally their best front row.
Yeah.
But I do think, as a trade wise,
Well,
if
Alex
I was
Twil's
the
still
Tigers,
there.
I would take it. Yeah. Alex
Isn't he on
Twil's
contract,
actually he signed again. They've
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
they
yeah.
like backflipped on not wanting him and trying to trade him out. They're like, you know what, the fans won't like it, so we'll keep him.
He's gonna score 17 tries next.
What about you, Dan? Do you think good decision, Tigers?
Oh, I don't know. Like
Or do you think it's a good decision for Jerome as well? Like, where do you think?
personally, he can go fuck himself.
Oh, okay. Well,
I don't like Jerome Luai.
okay, that's fair.
Like,
That's fair.
He's a bit of an arrogant prick, but as a footballer, I reckon it'd be good to see him go to another club,
Yeah.
see if he can perform. Well, we all know that he like not
don't know,
having
man.
a Cleary-esque player around him. Like he has to be the one to step up and
There'll be a lot of media pressure as well on him. Like,
yeah.
you're getting paid the big bucks. You've got to perform week in,
So,
week
like,
out.
saying
week in,
that
week
he's
out.
shit without Cleary, like, obviously he didn't win 3 comps without Cleary, but he has won 2. He won the under-20s, he won New South Wales Cup, both without Cleary, and he took Samoa to a World Cup final. Like,
Yeah.
he could, like, again, we're all inferior, he could be just as good, if not better. Might not be better than Cleary, but he could be. We might not be seeing the best Jerome Luai right
we
now.
just haven't seen him reach his potential yet.
I
Yeah,
think
Because he's just getting outshined by Cleary.
yeah,
for Jerome, I think best life-wise, Tigers. Best career-wise, if he still wants to do well, probably Bulldogs, on the basis that it's still a Penrith coach, there's Penrith
Yeah.
players, and it'll be a Penrith similar system to like how they play.
Yeah.
Where Tigers, it's going to be a whole complete different like layout of how they play.
yeah. The only benefit is having like him and
Coruscant
Coruscant,
have
because
that,
and
yeah.
this is more parroting something else I heard. They're both very unique players that can be hard to play with,
Yeah.
but they already know how each other play.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, look, I mean,
Or he just stays at Penrith and goes for 4 in a
Yeah,
row.
signed for
that makes sense.
probably 100,000 and a packet of peanuts that they're probably offering him.
Could you imagine that though? Like he's done all this just to like Tiger, like
Yeah.
he takes like an Instagram
Who's your
post,
daddy?
yeah, like I'm pointing at the Tigers and Bulldogs. Ha!
You guys got work tomorrow.
Yeah. Tigers fans, another one bites the dust. Oh, that would also suck. Like he used the Tigers as a stepping stone again. Like
Yeah.
see what I could get 1.1. Go to the Bulldogs for like maybe 900k.
It'll just be like Cleary all over again.
Yeah.
Look, get it into a bit fucking nerdy zones. But do you remember when he put it up that like artwork of him like he was in the Akatsuki clothes from Naruto?
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
that scene, the guy is an illusion. So this could all be an illusion. Luai, an absolute genius.
Look, up to you, Luai, what you want to pick. But, Sharks are actually freeing up some salary cap if you want to come play with Nico.
The only thing I'll also talk about, we're going a bit long on the short NRL talk
Yeah.
here, but it's an interesting topic. Penrith fucking love a bit of a knife in the back to some of their, well, they are club legends. Critter, he got called fucking money hungry, greedy, everything else. And similar things are happening with Luai. They like painting the narrative that they're bad people when they're just players that
Same
are
happened
getting...
to Regan Campbell. He's
Yeah.
hated that much that he wasn't allowed in New South Wales.
Yeah.
But, Penrith, dogs.
dogs.
hopefully they don't go 4 in a row, please. Please.
They've
all
got to
right,
crumble sometime, please.
boys. All right, gents, and that's all for the NRL talk, but we have our best bets. Any of you guys have a best bet at the moment?
I do.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
For the
Okay.
watchers, you've seen me on my phone. I've been studying.
He's been studying. Okay, what do you got, Dan, mate?
So this weekend, we're going Rose Hill Race 9.
Race 9, Rosehill.
Number 2, Serpentine.
Serpentine, nice.
Now, this race is called the Christmas Cup.
Ooh, the
So, you know,
Christie Cup.
It's coming in 2nd of December on Saturday. So
Yep.
coming into the silly season. So I thought, might as
Okay.
well just go to the Christmas
How
Cup.
much is Serpentine playing at the moment?
$6.
$6. Not bad. Not bad at all. We'll definitely be putting it for a place in a multi, but
Yes,
I
definitely a
do
place in
like
a
it. I
multi.
do like it. Now, James, nothing
I
as
forgot
of right
builds
now.
were available today.
Yeah,
Yeah, otherwise I
I
would have had something.
Have as well. We'll cross live to Jim's Jam.
Hey punters, this week we're going to Rose Hill Race 9, number 9, Little Mix, paying $5.50, looking for 3 wins in a row, competitive field. Yeah, let's get in it.
Oh, back in the money. Back in the money.
Jim and his Jam. He's untouched. He's just that
Wait,
good.
Glenn Maxwell to score 500 runs.
Well,
Yeah, I know. He's just gone home, but
too good. Now we will cross over to Lucas. Will we get a video on his work trip? I don't know. We'll find out.
G'day guys, Lucas from the Couch Commentators podcast here, coming at you with my best bet for the weekend. We are heading to Caulfield. We're going to go to the premium race of the meeting, which is the Zipping Classic, and we're going to be backing Muramasa. He has grown a leg since being gelded earlier this year. He's absolutely flying, and I think he takes out the Zipping Classic quite handily. So once again guys, that is the Zipping Classic, Muramasa. Good luck.
Wow, Lucas,
Wow.
$1. I can't
yeah,
believe
jeez,
the
not
odds go that
again, not
low.
Is it
again.
just me, or does he look a bit tall?
Yeah, wow.
He looks
yeah.
like he's been out on the.
He's
on the
been
beers all night.
ripping and tearing that bloke.
When he
Yeah.
loses on $1s, it's got to be like a double loss. He's got to lose more.
Poor Lucas, mate. But Leachy's lock. All right, punters, we're off to Ascot this week. We're going to race 9, number 1, Overpass. Great horse. It last race it was in the Everest, so that's a bit to say about the horse. Has had a rest. Will come back against a lesser field, so hopefully we get the win. It's paying $3.10 at the moment. Gamble responsibly. Good luck, punters. Yeah, mate, Leachy.
That's
That
locked in.
guy, he's a genius. I hope we get a winner for the punters, and hopefully we get a winner for our fans. Last couple of weeks been a bit sad, but who knows? You know, gamble responsibly, obviously. And gents, you got anything else you want to bring up?
Yeah.
I mean, you said something about the WWE earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, mate, CM Punk's back,
Mate.
baby.
You know, I was watching the SummerSlam on the weekend.
Yeah.
You know, Randy Orton comes back in the last match after 18 months of an injury. And then it just gets overshadowed by fucking CM Punk
CM
coming back
Punk.
for the first time in 10 years.
Mate.
Most controversial person in WWE. But yeah.
In
that's-
all of wrestling.
Yeah.
And UFC.
Look, I don't even watch wrestling, but I follow like a subreddit of it. Like it's more like memes and stuff, and it's got a lot of like Attitude Era and old stuff. So I find that interesting. But yeah, it's just been flooded with CM Punk and stuff like that.
Yeah.
back.
You know what was funny? Like one of the wrestlers that was in the last match when CM Punk came out, he's just like he hates his absolute guts, like actually, like pure hatred. He's just sitting up the ramp, like looking at him, going "fuck yeah!" Like and fans are full recording him doing it and shit. I was like, "What the fuck?"
That was a good sell. Good sell.
Yeah, good to see CM Punk's back and everyone loves him. But yeah, no, lads, great podcast. Hopefully we get some heap of views like we did last week. That'd be good.
I meant to
And-
get my tits out.
Well, OnlyFans coming soon for the Couch Commentators. Make sure to follow and like all of our social medias, our TikToks, everything we got. And we'll see you guys next week.